Let's talk about more estate planning myths. There's a lot of silly things out there you hear. I'd like to dispel some of those. Another one is estate planning is only for distributing assets after I'm gone. Um, Classically, that's how we think about it, right? That it's what's going to happen to our assets, our investments, our real estate once we pass away. But this forgets one of the main purposes of a trust, right? You put assets in a trust. Commonly, maybe it's a couple, and after one passes away, that trust is still available to manage and administer during during the life of the second of you, right? So, and also, it could be there for any person during their life, just for any regular needs. Not to mention, a great benefit of an estate plan, of a trust, is if you should become incapacitated or somehow need the help of another. Well, if you've set up a power of attorney, you've got someone who can handle those things for you, take care of day-to-day business for you and on your behalf. If you've set up a trust, you've got someone who has access to assets to support those things that you need. Another estate planning myth. I'm too young. I don't need to take care of this. The simple answer to this is you do need to take care of it sometime. And let's say you are very young. Maybe you have children, right? Your estate plan is where you're going to nominate those folks who would step in for you for guardian conservator for your children if something happens, right? It's nothing we like to talk about, but your estate plan is where you make those designations. Another classic estate planning myth is a will's going to take care of everything, right? I did a will 15, 20 years ago. Everything's all set. That could be, but you should remember that things passing by title or by beneficiary designation are going to pass outside the reach of a will. So your will's not even going to have an effect on those assets. You may or may not be aware of that. You likely are if your attorney apprised you well. Also, insofar as a will taking care of everything, what about your power of attorney, right? If you need help during your life, you've got to have that power of attorney in place before the need arises. And a will's going to take care of everything. Well, what about a living will, right? Something happens to you, and you don't want to be maintained by kind of life-sustaining machines, right? A living will is the appropriate document to express your wishes if you have made a decision about that. Finally, there's an estate planning myth called, I don't know if it's called this, but you remember the commercials, just set it and forget it, right? Ideally, this is great, right? You do it once, it's taken care of. But the great thing about any of these, and particularly with a trust, what if your family situation, your portfolio changes? You learn about a special needs member of your family or grandchild. Your ideas change about where or to whom your assets should be distributed. You have a different idea who might make the better trustee in your later years, or maybe your successor trustee moves a couple states away, and that just isn't practical anymore. It's not a bad idea to go back and take a look at your estate plan from time to time. So, another 4 myths today on estate planning. What are you telling yourself to put off estate planning? It may be time to get it done. I hope this helps you. I'm Dan Covington, and you can always find me at Estate Plan, Kansas.